Okay, guys. Good day, guys. You are welcome to this webinar where I will be discussing on how to automate your processes. But pending time, let me just try to show my face so you can see who is talking. Okay, so now I need to make this a little bit wider. Okay, okay, I think um, we are good to go. Yeah. So good day, guys. Welcome to this webinar session where I'm going to be showing you why do you need to have your bookkeeping record and business process automated as a startup and micro business owner. So if you're a business owner, this is for you, whether you're a startup or micro business or even if it is a small business. But this is specifically for startups and micro business owners. Now, down please. Okay. Now, let me introduce myself. First, my name is Ainogu Midiola Yinka, a data transformation strategist at ERPNext Limited. So what I do is assist startups, small, medium, and large scale businesses in automating their processes using the latest ERP technology systems within their budget and business needs. So there are two things I look out for: the budget and the business need. So you have a problem or you have a need, that is why you are looking for automation on your business processes. So those two things are what we match together to give you the best solution. I'm a certified Sage X3 consultant who has worked with top ERP business partners to deploy business management solutions to various companies in different industries within Nigeria. So you are sure that you are in good hand. You are sure that the person that is talking to you is knowledgeable about this industry. So let's go. Let's get started with what we have. Now, what do you actually know, or what do you call this automation? What is automation? We've all been hearing automation. Small businesses usually think automation is for big businesses, but let's see what Google has told us about automation. It simply means the introduction of machines or technology to make processes run on their own with minimal manpower. So it means we are introducing a technology into it, or we are using a machine to do what human beings do regularly. You understand? So, for instance, now we've heard about self-driving cars. So those are the kind of automation. Before there used to be marketing where you go to places to market to people to tell people about your product. But now we've seen the technology has taken into cognizance those kind of processes, and you can actually use your Facebook, your Google to actually drive some of those activities. So the introduction of machines or technology is what is actually known to be automation. So the implementation of automation technologies, techniques, and processes helps to improve the efficiency, reliability, and speed up many tasks. So there are so many tasks that are actually being performed by human beings or by business owners or by anybody that it is time consuming. It is time consuming. It is not actually needed. Automation has not come to take away jobs. No, it has only come to ease the pressure, to make business owners, to make everybody work smarter. Let me use that word. So it will make you work smarter. So now this automation, let's talk about the introduction of that automation into your bookkeeping records. The use of apps and software to perform manual business activities is automation, also known as business solution. So let's assume that you have your invoices that are being posted, like let's say you have a sales rep that is actually working for you. The sales rep does some activities every day. You as a business owner does some activities every day. If you also have another employee, which is different from the sales rep, maybe that person is actually in charge of cash. So you can see activities are now being different. Now, these things you could maybe you have an Excel, is a little bit of automation. You could have a paper that you write your daily sales, that you write your invoice. You tear your invoice paper, you give it to your customers. Those are manual processes. So those are manual processes. Now you feel that, okay, why should I keep doing this? Let me move a step ahead. Let me try to make my business look more professional in the technology world. Well, so many people have heard about startups saying that they don't actually need this thing because they say when it is time, they will get it. Now, there's something I need you to know. Automation doesn't mean you have to automate your whole process. It doesn't mean you have to make sure that you have introduced technology into it. Take advantage of whatever that is available for you. Take advantage of whatever that is available for you. Well, maybe free. Look for the ones that are free or that has that is cost effective, and try to automate any part of your business. It doesn't have to be everything. You understand? So now let's look at the aspect. So I don't want to digress. Let's look at the aspect of the bookkeeping record. So now, what are the things that you do normally before we go to? I've explained this one that traditional marketing is about meeting one-on-one people, and when with the introduction of this online marketing, Facebook has come, Google has come, and other social medias are working to make sure that they target specific audience to that you want to sell this market to. So that aspect is automation also. So now you don't need to start going how to announce. You can actually do that on what's it called, with the online system. You can actually do that with the online system, and this doesn't mean that the manual should be thrown away. It doesn't mean it should be thrown away, because you still rely more on manual on some aspects. You need to be strategic when you are trying to do your business. So the same strategy that you are using, you can also introduce it into automation so that you can be sure that at what point do you want to go out physically to market to people, at what point do you want to use the system to market to people. So those are the things I'm trying to explain to you. Now, I told you that we should stick to this aspect of bookkeeping. So we're not looking at the whole aspect of automation. Let's look at the aspect of bookkeeping. I'm sure some of you must have seen some of these icons or logos somewhere. You can see a brand name called Sage. You can see another one called Wave. This is Sage. This is Sage logo. This is Wave logo. QuickBooks logo. Then Zoho, ERPNext, then Odoo. Now, why am I bringing up this? Like I said earlier, you could decide that you want to capture your transactions, activities. Now, what are bookkeeping records? What do you do on your bookkeeping record? What you do is you record every business transaction that your business go through for the day. You understand? So every day you raise an invoice, or let me say a customer walks up to you, we give the customer an invoice which actually shows that a sales has been made. So that sales being made is also being recorded somewhere. The same thing goes to when you decide to stock your stock. You need to stock your stock. Maybe you raise a purchase order or you raise a bill to get those stock, to actually confirm that you have received the stock into your system. Then also we have receipts. I'm talking about the general activities now that you do. Receipt. Customer comes, he requests for a receipt for the goods he has bought, blah blah blah. Then you write it out because the customer has actually paid you. If there is a kind of refund that is going on, I'm sure most people don't do that. If there is a kind of refund, maybe your customer walks back to you and tell you, oh, this particular good is not what I want, then they return it. What you do is that you raise a refund to them. But was that actually captured? So these are the things that manual could skip. But when it comes to automation keeps it in record. It keeps track of all activities that are being done manually. So that is the introduction of a software. So the introduction of a software to your manual processes is just as simple as automation. So now let's look at what are these apps or software. I've been able to explain to you that Sage, Wave, QuickBooks, Zoho, ERPNext, Odoo prefer a solution that you can use to capture your invoices, you can use to capture your sales, you can use to capture your receipts, you can use to capture your supplier's invoice, refund, stock take, asset management, payroll, all these things. So you can actually do all these things instead of writing it in a paper or using an Excel to do that. Now I'll tell you the reason why you should use this. How are they designed? The way they are designed is they look at every activity that you do. Like I said, the person in charge of invoice or the person in charge of sales would have to capture that aspect. Now, if you look at it, I'm breaking it down to the minimal aspect. The reason why I'm breaking it down to the minimal aspect is because what are the things that a startup business should do? What are the things that a micro business owner should do? You need to capture your invoices. You need to capture your goods that are coming in. You need to capture how your goods also lives out. You understand? So your customers, you need to actually capture those things. So what the system has done, or what these brands have done, is that they create a software for that particular purpose. So what are the activities that you do as a business? How do you record your business daily transactions? So when you get to the office or when you start the day activities, what do you do? Okay, now we've talked about the invoice. You raise invoice. Some cases you raise receipt, you raise purchases and payment. Are the most simple tasks that a business owner must keep in order to get a fair idea of the profit made in the business. I know you can actually use this. I know you can actually use this with what's it called? Doing this manual. But I can tell you that the speed at which you are going to use in doing this and the accuracy you are going to use in doing this is far better than the manual aspect. Yes, I can say that. Now, why did I say that? Let's look at an example, a scenario of a fashion business. You as a business owner, you have explained to your sales rep that every time customer comes in, our duty is to attend to them, capture transactions, record whatever they do, which is fine. They get there, they get to your shop or to your office. Then if it is a new customer, your sales rep asks for their names, measure them. After measuring them, they take their order and they make payments. Good, fine. This process, as simple as it is, will still leave some things untouched. If it takes 5 minutes to capture the data of the customer, which is fine, anything could happen, maybe looking for biro, looking for this, looking for that, to capture that, fine, he captures it. That's 5 minutes. The customers leave. The customer has made payments. The staff, your staff has taken a biro to enter it that this customer paid a certain amount of money. And this is his total invoice. Do you know that the customer, the sales rep, would have to go onto the system and scan the documents or save the document one after the other to send to the customer to actually show that this customer, or it gives the customer a receipt and she goes. Somebody needs to start doing things that are very, very time consuming. Now let's relate this same thing, this same process that I've said, to automation. Your customer walks up to your store. The first thing you need to do is to capture the customer's details, walking in onto your, maybe you're capturing that manually or you're capturing it on the system. But let's look at it, automation, the automated aspect of it. Your sales rep brings out her phone, tells your customers, please can you tell me who you are? She enters the name. Please, can we measure you? They measure you. Then she records it on her phone. Please, can you give me your email address? Recorded. Okay. Please, I have seen your style and I am charging you, let's say 100 naira for the style that I'm going to sew for you, or the company is going to sew for you. 100 naira. Most case scenario, the person is not paying in full. Most case scenario, when it comes to tailoring business now, the customer is not paying in full. What the customer will do is that, oh, take 98 naira. When I come to pick up my clothes, I will pay the remaining balance. Do you understand? Now, as at that point, two things have happened. We have two things that have happened there. Number one, a sales have been made. Number two, a cash has been received. Sales is different from cash received. Sales, I charged 100 naira. Received is 98 naira. There's a balance of 2 naira. Do you understand? So, and I just pick up my phone, the same phone, pick up and say, oh, this customer bought this. Immediately I say this customer bought this, the system has that the person make payment, and you say, oh yes, they make payment of 98 naira. Automatically, when you do that, it is being sent to the customer mail, because why? You have requested for the customer's email address and you've also requested for the customer's phone number. So automatically a statement is generated Statement is generated, mail notification is sent to the business owner, and it is also sent to the customer. So let's assume as a business owner, you were not insured. But immediately they do that sales, it gets to you. Let's assume you saw it and you needed to query it. Immediately you can query it from wherever you are. It is a seamless activity that had gone. You don't need to wait till the end of the day where your sales rep would have to give you sales reports. Immediately you are getting your report. Immediately also you are getting your financial report. Unlike when you would have to wait for the customer, for your sales rep to give you, maybe at the end of the week, I don't know how you do it, maybe end of the week or end of the month, your sales rep starts drawing up report. And note something also, in the situation whereby your sales rep is drawing up that report, as at that point, she's consuming time. As at that point, she could have used that time to do something else. Yes, she could have used that same time to do something else that is more meaningful to the business. Even if it is you as the business owner that is supposed to do that, you would have done something else. You would have saved time. Unlike you waiting that until the end of the month or the end of the week before I draw up my report. So these are the things that automation has been able to replace when it comes to bookkeeping record. So you get your instant notification, you get your instant reports, financial reports, sales reports, purchase risk reports, and every other thing. Now, let me explain something to you. What are the benefits to business owners? Some of these I've mentioned. Like I've said the other time, I told you that when you're supposed to spend more time on consuming or high taxing activities, you can use that time to strategize for business growth. You use that time to do something else to improve your business or to think about what to do to make your business grow better rather than doing, let me use the word, clerk work. You understand? So now look at this. Using an automated system, you get to have a dashboard that shows you the company performance at a glance. You can see that at this level, you can know your total customers that are owing you. You can know your total cash that has been received. You can also draw up reports, history report. For instance, you can decide that, okay, you want to know date range from this particular date to this particular date, January to February, let's say first week in January, second week in January, all that. You can actually do that with an automated system. Also, look at these expenses now. You have a dashboard that shows you that shows a kind of top expenses, and these top expenses allows you to plan that, oh, I'm spending too much on, let's say, fueling, or I'm spending too much on advertising and marketing and I'm not getting results. You understand? Or maybe you have an expense called business owner miscellaneous expense. Then you just look at the MD's expenses. As at this point in time, it gives you a better glance of your business performance and you make an informed decision with the data that you have. You understand? So those are the things. Now, apart from all these things I said, so to make accurate business report available at any point in time, it is going to be accurate as long as they are capturing their transaction. Somebody will ask me, what if they are not capturing transaction? Fine. If they are not capturing transaction, you will know. How will you know? Because you have automated it that any transaction that is being done should be sent to you. Nobody need to click the word send. Your name is automatically attached on it. Your name is automatically attached to it, to every transaction that is being done. So you get notification by mail to see, oh, this particular activity was done on the system. Then also, you make records available for tax information and assessment. It shows you the true financial situation of your business at a given period, like I've said earlier, to make financial records and information available for planning. With proper bookkeeping, as a company, you are able to track all information on this book to make key operating, investing, and financial decisions. Let me explain another thing to you. Do you know that apart from all these things I've said, you can also automate if you are in stock, if you deal more with stock. You have you want to know the top performing products. You want to know the products that will expire at a certain period. You want to know the peak period of your products. You want to know when should you restock your products. And that is, when the product gets to a certain level, it should send you a notification. I'm not talking about you going to the system to check report. No. I am telling you that when that parameters are being set, when that triggers you, when it reaches that trigger, it sends you a mail telling you that there is need for you to restock. These things gives you, for instance, I can use another example. Maybe let's look at the function that is doing that I've been able to explain to you. You could have situations whereby you have so many activities and you need to employ people. You need to employ people. Why? Why are you employing people? Because you feel that the tax is much. But in the real sense, there is no tax. What would have helped you resolve those issues is automation. So automation would have made those things easier for you. For instance, you need to make a call to your stock people, telling the person that, please, can I know how many units of this particular product that is available? Meanwhile, you can bring out your phone to check. Because why? Transactions are being done in real time, even though you are not there, but you can check the updated information. Because when a product is used, it is updated. If I make, for instance, I'm selling t-shirts. I have 10 t-shirts, 10 units of t-shirts. Then a customer walks in to buy 2. I sell those 2 t-shirts and automatically, apart from the fact that I'm getting a notification, apart from that, I can also go to my stock balances to check. So automatically I have 8 as a balance. But meanwhile, your sales rep would have to start using paper or manual process to say -8 or -2 to get the actual value, which is fine, but it is not automated. You are doing too many tasks as a business owner. So then accurate bookkeeping is also crucial for external users like your investors, financial institutions, and or government that intends to give you grants. So you can use this to apply for loans. You can use it to apply for grants because you have the information readily designed, and it gives your company a better representation by the time you print out a document from the system and give it. The stakeholders look at you to be more serious because why? You have automated just simple tasks that would have been done manually. What's this offer? Now, as a business owner, or let me say, as a startup business or micro business, you need a business cloud accounting platform. You need a business cloud accounting platform that would allow you to do the simple tasks I've been able to explain to you. And the simple task is just invoicing. Invoicing. Invoicing will go through invoicing, receipts, payments, and so many things like that. So you have an invoice document that is being generated. You also have the information that are being recorded. For instance, you have your product. So your product, you could as well put pictures about your product on the system. You could have a scanned document and also upload it on the system. So you have all these things, tasks that would have helped your business. You have these tasks that is done easily rather than taking files up and down, rather than taking papers up and down. You have all these things automated. You have it in electronic format. So you don't need to start saying that you want to buy papers or you want to buy, let's say, ink for your printer. You don't need to say you want to fuel your generator just because you want to do simple tasks. Meanwhile, you could just pick up your phone, do the transaction on it, automatically is sent to your customer. Now, what are the components of these things? We have aspect of contact. So contact in two forms, which is the customer and also the vendor. So your vendors that are coming onto the system, they have to be captured on the system. Your customers also have to be captured on the system. Then if there are representatives to these companies or to these businesses, they have to be captured. Now it also has what's it called, timesheet that records hourly work that is being done. If you are into projects, you are into project management and you want to be able to monitor activities that are being done part-time, so you can actually have that. Also, you have a client portal. You have a client portal that will actually allow you to tell your customers or your vendors to always see the transaction. Maybe, for instance, you are somebody that deal with volume of products, or you have so many customers, and you want your customers to have a session or to have a place to actually see, apart from the fact that you are sending them the invoices, their statements, or any other report. They have a portal that they can actually log into to see activities that are being done. Yes, you can allow them to go to that portal, let them see the activities that are being done, let them write some comments there, and those comments actually can also help your business, because if you are doing marketing and they've given positive comments, you can actually do a screenshot and send to maybe your designers that are helping you push the market. You understand? So those comments are there. So it also has the aspect of credit notes, expenses, creating items, estimates. Another thing I would like you to understand is why I'm telling you that you should start with something today. You start with the invoicing platform, even though you have a very low budget. I told you that you don't need to do the whole thing, but it is good to start. Let me try to analyze some things to you. Okay, maybe when we get to the aspect of the costs, I will explain that. Okay, let's look at the components are invoice. You are going to be able to generate an invoice with the system. You are going to be able to generate a receipt with the system. You are going to be able to do what we call credit note. And these are terms and terminologies that are being used. Let me tell you, the honest truth is, this thing is not difficult. I've seen people say that, before I can use what's called a software app like this, I need to have an accountant. It is a lie. You don't need to have an accountant. The only thing you need to have is a good consultant. You need to have a good consultant that you can always call when you have issues. That is the only thing you need to have as a micro business owner. As a micro business owner, you don't need to have an accountant because you are just starting. But you need to have a good consultant that understands your industry, I mean your business, that will understand your problem, that will understand how will I explain it? Your business need, and try to use the system to solve those issues for you. It is true that you might not be able to get 100%, but whatever you can get, it is better you start with it. So the next one, you have refunds, you have automation and reminder. Now, with this automation and reminder, let me explain something to you. Do you know that if you get this system, if you start with this system, do you know that you can actually automate your customers that are owing you and send them mails? Let me paint the scenario like this. The customer has paid you, you started work, but you had an agreement that he should pay you by the end of the month, or he should pay you in 2 weeks' time, or he should pay you in 3 days' time. Regardless of how you have agreed on how the payment should be. Do you know that you can actually set this thing up on the system? This scenario I have painted. When it is a day to that to the due date, the system sends a mail to the customer. It sends a mail to the customer explaining to the customer that what you agreed with my business owner is that you have to make payment at this also date. Advise me on what to do. This message it is sending, it is customizable. You can set it to your own tone. Apart from the fact that you are sending it as a reminder, it can also send as a follow-up. When I say follow-up, it means that it has sent the first one, the customer ignored it. It sends another second one, it sends another third one as a form of reminder. So, and each of them could have different content of messages that is supposed to be sent to them. And immediately the customer pays and is recorded on the system, that same mail stops. But if the customer doesn't pay, because you have set it, it will keep doing that, except you tell the system that stop, I don't want to send a mail again. You understand? So these are things that you should know and you should be able to do with a system. You don't need to go to you don't need to have somebody that will be in charge of the credit and start monitoring it. Of course, we are humans, we can forget, but the system, because it's automated, will not forget. The system will not forget. The system will send a mail to the customer and also have you in copy so that you can get the same mail. If you decide that, okay, you don't want the customer, you don't want the system to send a mail, rather than sending the mail to the customer, if you send a mail to you, then you can do the follow-up yourself. Yes, fine. The system has that functionality. Good. So, like I've explained the client portal, Sorry. Okay, the next one is report. So now, what are the kind of reports you want? I've told you there are financial reports, there are subsidiaries reports, like sales for the day, sales for the week, sales for the year. What's it called? Total cash spent, expenses, customer statement, vendor statement. All these things are on the system. And the truth is, you can get this report at any point in time, as long as you are updated. If I update any record on the system now, few seconds, I can go and pick it. Well, if you have the opportunity, if you want to try it, you can. I don't know how you want to try that, but if you post your transaction now, if you enter your transaction now on the system, it is microseconds. It is updated on all reports that will reflect the information. So why are you waiting to not automate your processes? Now, all this thing I've been saying, what's the costs? I know many people would be asking or saying that systems like this are always expensive to acquire. The more you complain about it, the more you are dragging your business back. Because I have said it earlier that start from anywhere. Just start something. By the time you see the result of that one, you will want to move to the next stage. And the thing is, your business will keep expanding. Technology itself is revolving. There used to be a time where there was no application, there was no automation. All we do is to keep records manually. Then technology came. We started doing some of these things, but some of these things were not done in real time. You have to wait, or I have to be where the server is. That is where the application is before I can get any report. It might be expensive then because I will have to acquire a server. I will have to acquire so many infrastructures. I have to employ somebody that actually understands the application. But gone are those days. Gone are those days. So now the technology has evolved again to the aspect whereby you can have your transaction posted here, and I'm in Nigeria as of now. You can have your transaction posted here in Nigeria, and it is automated or it is reflected in US. That is why it is called a cloud accounting solution or a cloud business solution. Let me use that word. So which means at any point in time, whatever transaction that you do, it is done there. Now, because it is a cloud, doesn't mean it is expensive. It is not. It is far cheaper than when it was on premises, where it has to be physical, whereby I have to go to that system before I can get my report. It is far cheaper than that now. So now I can be able to print my report at any point in time. I don't need to do any installation All I just need to do is to register in the cloud, and it has the highest security. I'm sure you must be hearing cyber security, cyber security. These things are built around cyber security, so it is highly secured. And even though it is, because I'm trying to, you don't have money there. What you have is paper, or not paper. What you have there is data, and this data is what actually helps your business. Do you know that this same data that you have, your customer list, for instance, like you have your customer list, you can use that same customers list that you have there and market to those customers with the system. Unlike when you have it recorded manually. When you have it recorded manually, somebody would have to type it to get those things out. But if you are doing it every day, it is being updated every day. So at any point in time, whether the customer, okay, let me use another example. What if your sales rep, maybe the sales rep you had yesterday was using the system and she's no longer with you. If she's no longer with you and okay, let's say she was using the manual aspect. If she's no longer with you, the manual, she could take the manual away, or she could hide some things. But when it comes to having an automated system, she cannot take anything away. She can't take anything away because it is secured already. Okay, let's see. What is the cost? Like I said, for a business that has a monthly sales order of less than 50 without stock tracking. If you are not looking at stock tracking, I can tell you that you are almost getting it like free. If you fall into this category of people for a business that has a monthly sales order of less than 50 without stock tracking, I'm telling you, you can make use of just the free platform. You can make use of just the free platform. Now, this is the free on the free invoicing platform. You can do all those things I have mentioned or that I've shown you earlier. Then also you can pay for online implementation and training with a consultant. You can, if you know that you have a particular consultant that is good or that can help you out, you can pay for implementation and training. But like I said, you need to get a consultant that actually understands your need and also understand the system. So pay for online implementation and training. So what the person will do is that the person will help you do everything in terms of getting all your master files. When I talk about master files, setting it up, that with your customer detail, with your details, you set it up with your details, set it up with your list of customers, set it up with your list of product, set it up with your list of what's it called, vendors. To set it up like that so that you can actually be able to use it for your live transactions. So now you can as well, if you find out that you cannot afford the implementation and training, you can go for online training. You can go for online training. If you believe that you can pull it out, why not? You can pull it out yourself. You can pull it out yourself. So if you don't have money, you should have time. Because there are two different things. If you don't have the money to pay, then you should have the time to commit to it. I want you to start automating your processes. Now, you can pay for online training. We have some training. Okay, so let's say if you are coming through us, we have online training that we offer for this kind of thing. And our online training is 5,000. Our online training is 5,000. That is the least we can do. That is even per user. So if you have like 3 users, we can only give you discount of 500 naira or so. But we will not go below 5,000 naira, except we are on promo anyway. But if you are looking at we implementing for you, the max we charge is 50,000 naira. The max we charge on this. Following this criteria, for a business that has a monthly sales order of less than 50 without stock tracking, which means you don't deal with stock taking, or you don't need to track your stock. If you need to track your stock, fine. But if you don't need to track your stock, then you can opt for this. But if you need to track your stock, it is not the same price. Please take note of that. It is not the same price. Now, why did I say range of prices now? So 50,000 is the max. That is, we are going to do online training for you and online implementation for you and training. So all you just need to do is I will tell you that we have concluded it. We have installed it on your we have shown you how to install it on your phone. We'll make sure everything runs. We'll walk you through for like a week to be sure that you can stand on your own. We are not leaving you. We have the support. You can always call us if you have any issues regarding it. You can always call us. We are always there for you at any point. If you don't get results, and if you don't get the result, and we are sure that you are using it, you cannot get those reports you are looking at for, we will refund your money to you. We will refund your money to you. If we are sure that you are using it, it is a different thing if you don't use it. If you are using it, if your staff and you are using it, you will see the result. All those things I have said, you are going to see it there. So, and it also depends on what's it called? The volume of your master file. So if you ask for your master file, if you have a long list of master files, you won't go below 50,000. But if you still have less master files, now when I said master files are the list of your customers, your vendors, if you still have those ones, then we can still negotiate seeing those things. If I don't see it, there's no way we negotiate. So that is the aspect of that. That's for startup cost. So even though this is for those people I made this webinar for. Now, if you are intermediate and you feel that, oh, you do sales order more than 50 per month, then we need to pay for cloud. We need to pay, so we are not going to use the free again. So it's not going to be free, because your transaction cannot accommodate that. So we are not looking at free again. Now you also pay for online implementation and training, and the price of this is between 250,000 to 350,000. Now the difference with this and that, I've been able to explain to you that this one has a sales order more than 50. And also you have some benefits from it. Some of the benefits is that we can come down. We can come down as long as you are within Lagos. Please. As long as you are within Lagos, we can come down to your office to do the implementation for you. You understand? So we can do that for you. So that is those that are going to be paying the intermediate cost. Now, for those that feel that, oh, their business is not under any of those things that I mentioned. If you look at these ones that I've mentioned here, look at these ones, you can see that without stock tracking, these ones have without stock tracking. If you are not interested in tracking your stock, this is what will be good for you. But if you are interested in tracking stock, you are having the full accounting and business management solution to cater for any business need, regardless of the industry to which the business belongs. So you also pay for a cloud platform. So it depends on your choice. You might say, okay, you want an offline, but when it is offline, which means you have to provide a server. You have to provide a server for that. But if you want to use the cloud one, fine. We'll take care of the cloud payment, the installation, the application, then we'll do the training for you and implementation. This is between 450,000 to 2.5 million. And this will definitely come down to your office. It will definitely come down to your office for the training. It will definitely come down to your office for support to check and just to make sure that you are in good hands. You understand? I can assure you, if you get this, particular one, every activity that you do can actually be implemented. Now, what are the kind of activity that you do? For instance, you have sales management, you have procurement department, you have payroll. You understand? You have payroll and you want to monitor your payroll. You have your stock transactions. Even if you are manufacturing company, and you feel that you need a robust system that will be able to do that, we are ready to negotiate with you between 450,000 to 2.5. And this also depends on the users that are going to be involved. How many users are going to be involved? The modules or the activities you are going to be doing on it. You understand? So these are the things. What are the requirements? What are the things you actually need apart from the standard reporting? What are the other things that you need? Those are the things that will actually determine the price. So now, if you are not going with us, fine, it's good. But I want you to look out for skills in the consultant you are going to be going out with. Now, you need a consultant that has good communication skill. You need a consultant that has problem solving skills. You need a consultant that can do critical thinking. You need a consultant that has the skill of teamwork and collaboration. You need somebody that can engage with the shareholders. You need somebody that pays attention to details. You need somebody that is an industry-based expert. You understand? So you need all these things, and I can tell you that I am qualified for these skills. I am qualified for these skills. But if you feel that you have a friend, you have somebody that can help you out, just make sure that you can check the skills with the person first before going to business with the person. Now, we have proven results. I have over 10 years of experience as a business management solution provider who works independently and has collaborated with top business partners on different business management solutions for different companies such as Ibadan Electricity, Nimasa, Bramoro, DND, Tosme Publishers, Sharubutu, Cloud Exchange, Light Heights Global Services, Classic Catering Services, Walter Smith Oil and Gas, Dantata, etc. So there are so many of clients I have worked with. I have been able to see the need of every industry. I've been able to see how most application or business management solution works. So I know how to integrate this solution to the problem. I know what the customers need. I can speak the language of my clients, and I give results at 100%. I can assure you of that. Now, you could look at it like I said earlier. I said I'm a Sage X3 consultant, certified consultant, Zoho consultant, and what's it called? ERPNext consultant. So many applications that we deploy. So yeah, apart from independent consultants, I've also worked with different top brands. So some of these achievements that I have here were personally done myself and also done with other brands, top brands. So let's look at some of my galleries. That's me at Ibadan Electricity during one of the trainings I had with IBDC. Now, this is me at Sharubutu. Sharubutu uses Sage branch accounting, so that is me there. So that is me when we were having a training on Sage 300. That is me with Tosme Publishers, having a session with them. Well, I can't remember some of these things, but these are my gallery. Now that is me showing you that I can do Sage ERP. So I have so many things I can do with the business management solution. So I would appreciate if you could contact me or click the link below. Let's discuss your business need. You might not be interested now, but you want me to engage with you. You want me to be able to look at. So maybe you are having a solution already. Yeah, maybe you are having a solution already, and you want me to go through it. You want me to see what has been done, and you want me to provide a solution to it. For instance, currently I am auditing Nimasa on their Sage X3. So these are the things I look out for. So if you feel that you have a solution already and it is not optimized, you want to see the best out of that solution, regardless of any solution. Regardless of the solution, let me know. Contact me. I work with ERPNext Limited. I own ERPNext Limited because you have to run under a business name. So that is me. You can always contact me on my Facebook and Instagram. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at ERPNext, LinkedIn, ERPNext. My name is Ainodumide Olayinka, and that is my phone number 08028765109. Contact us, support at ERPNext.com, Olumide at ERPNext.com, or check our website www.ERPNext.com. So thank you very much and have a good day. Bye.